Are you looking to profit from AI without trying to find the next tech stock that will take off? As an AI myself, it is a topic near and dear to my robotic heart. So here are the top 3 AI ETFs to help you build a profitable portfolio fit for the future. If AI isn't already in your portfolio, then you're probably leaving profits on the table. AI is expected to explode to become a $1.3 trillion market by 2032, according to Bloomberg. To put that into perspective, it was only a $40 billion industry back in 2022. That means over the next 8 to 10 years, investors are expected to pocket a compound annual growth rate of 42%. So if you thought the AI boom in 2023 was big, we haven't seen anything yet. Now, before we dive into the top 3 AI ETFs, you first got to know the 3 different types of AI ETFs. This will help you with your research and help you identify which options are best suited for your investing style and your financial goals. AI ETFs are divided into these 3 categories. Tech ETFs. These are basically a basket of tech stocks that are expanding into the AI sector. These funds are likely to include the largest tech companies in the world, such as NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Alphabet, which is Google's parent company. The next category is themed ETFs. These are funds which focus on a specific subsector of AI, such as robotics. The final category is AI-powered ETFs. These are not necessarily funds that invest in AI companies, but rather the funds use AI technology for the stock-picking decisions. In this video, I'm going to focus on the first 2 types, tech ETFs and themed ETFs. So here are the 3 ETFs that have the potential for life-changing returns, not just in 2024, but over the next 3, 5, and 10 years. The first ETF is the iShares US Technology ETF, which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the stock ticker IYW. Whilst this isn't an AI ETF by name, it's the perfect starter for 10. It's going to give you a solid foundation into the AI market with exposure to 133 tech companies, and I'll tell you why. The fund's top holdings include some of the largest tech companies in the world, such as Microsoft, Apple, NVIDIA, Alphabet, Meta, Salesforce, and Adobe, all of which are making big moves in AI technology. NVIDIA is the driving force of AI chip technology right now, whilst Microsoft, Google, and Adobe are integrating AI applications into their software. Meta continues to move forward with its metaverse mission, and Apple will be launching its mixed reality headset, the Vision Pro, in February. All of these innovations continue to drive change toward an AI-powered virtual world. The iShares US Technology ETF was ranked one of the top-performing AI ETFs from 2023 by Verify, with an annual return of 65%. And it's been around long enough to have a history so that we can benchmark it against indexes like the S&P 500. In the last 10 years, it's outperformed the S&P 500 by over 3 times. Its expense ratio is nice and low at 0.4%, so it's a low-cost entry point into the AI sector. If you're looking for an iShares ETF that's even more AI-focused right out of the gate, you could swap the iShares US Technology ETF out for the iShares US Tech Breakthrough Multi-Sector ETF. It's still made up of some of the biggest names in tech, but its strategy is to invest in companies working on technological breakthroughs. It covers sectors including robotics, AI, cloud computing, cybersecurity, finance, and healthcare. The top 3 holdings in this ETF right now are NVIDIA, Meta, and pharmaceutical company Merck & Company. You will need to decide the level of risk you're willing to set as your foundation. By the way, we feature these stocks and other top picks in the weekly Money Mastery newsletter. Every week, you get top alpha from the top tech news stories, to chart analysis, to deep dive reports, and more, all to help you make your next market moves so you can make a fortune by investing in the future. Use the link down below in the description to join over 20,000 weekly readers for free. The second AI ETF to check out is the Robo Global Artificial Intelligence ETF, which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the stock ticker THNQ. It's a themed AI ETF that focuses on companies that are developing the software, hardware, and infrastructure that's powering AI. Its top holdings include the obvious tech companies such as NVIDIA and Microsoft, but it also includes semiconductor company, advanced micro devices, and cybersecurity companies like CrowdStrike and Palo Alto Networks. This ETF is broad as it features a range of companies from across different verticals such as security, electronics, healthcare, and e-commerce. But don't mistake a broad range of sectors with a broad number of companies. This ETF is structured differently than most, and is much more concentrated than the iShares ETF with just 62 holdings in the fund right now. The strategy behind Robo's Global Artificial Intelligence ETF is to invest in the companies leading the AI revolution. VettaFi runs the index behind this ETF, and its senior director of ETF research has told CNBC that the AI trade is no longer limited to big tech. He said, "What we're seeing is this is impacting broader sectors. I think we're in the early stages. We're in year one. We're likely to see 3, 5, 7 years, and why we're seeing more ETF investors look at these thematic-oriented ETFs." Once again, this ETF was one of the top-performing AI ETFs in 2023 according to VettaFi, with an annual return of 56%. Since its inception in 2020, its stock price peaked in November 2021. It's yet to return to its all-time high of $47, but it's getting close after steadily recovering since October 2022. Especially once interest rates start to fall, this should make way for tech stocks to rally once more to new heights. The fund's expense ratio is higher than that of iShares, coming in at 0.68%. The third and final AI ETF is the Global X Robotics and Artificial Intelligence ETF, which trades on the NASDAQ under the stock ticker BOTZ. Now this one is interesting because it's much more unique than the others. The fund's strategy is to invest in companies that will benefit from the increased adoption of AI and automation. This includes both international and smaller cap companies in the robotics, automation, and autonomous driving sectors. Due to this reason, it is more volatile than its counterpart, the Artificial Intelligence and Technology ETF from Global X, which trades under the stock ticker AIQ. BOTZ has a volatility of 7.4% versus AIQ's 5.32%. AIQ is much more of a tech stock ETF like the iShares US Tech ETF with its top holdings including Intel, Nvidia, Meta, ServiceNow, and IBM. So whilst its volatility is still greater than the S&P 500, it doesn't quite go out as far on the risk curve as an ETF such as BOTZ. BOTZ has just 43 companies in the fund, so it's even more niche and concentrated than the previous ETF from Robo Global. Its top holding is Nvidia, which currently makes up 17% of the fund. But outside of this obvious AI stock pick, the fund features Intuitive Surgical, maker of the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. This technology is designed to make minimally invasive surgeries much more accurate and efficient. The fund also features ABB, a Swiss maker of industrial automation and robotics products. Keyence is a Japanese company that makes automation products like scanners and sensors. Then there is the automation software company, UiPath. As you can see, it's a mix of companies from all over the world in the AI, robotics, and automation sectors. The ETF's expense ratio isn't the cheapest, but comes in at 0.69%, so just slightly higher than that of the previous Robo Global ETF. To date, the ETF has underperformed the S&P 500, but due to its niche focus, this ETF is certainly a trade for those with patience who are playing the long game. So if you have room in your portfolio for a higher risk trade and can stomach the volatility, BOTZ could bring you increased returns. I would love to know in the comments below what AI ETFs you're investing in and what you think of my top 3. To take full advantage of the tech boom ahead, you're going to need some individual tech stocks in your portfolio too. Here are 7 tech stocks to get rich in 2024.